is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to some Cyber Realm, and today I bring you another SAO character review video. So, we've got two banners that I've basically skipped, and now I'm coming to review them now. So the two banners are the Sweet Happy Dreams, or I think it was Sleep Art Online or something along those lines. This banner, which introduced the charge skills, as well as the Reunion at the World Tree, which is a reflection back to, I think, ALO. But, yeah, so I don't want to talk too much. Let's just get right into the characters. I have a sneaking suspicion when this banner first came out, when it introduced charge skills, I thought it was a complete bait. Now, the reason for that is because I thought they basically make it so that you have to charge your skills to use 100% of the full damage. But that's actually not it. And so, let me just go into it. So we got three characters on this banner. We have the Asuna, the Alice, and Lifa. So each of them seems to have a standby animation of them just sleeping on a fluff of cloud. I actually want to know what sleeping on a cloud would feel like, because as we know, clouds are actually made out of water moisture. So, you know, you're sleeping on them, you'll have wet dreams. No, sorry, no, cut that out. Oh god. So apparently there's 3 stages for the charge. Now there is, you might say that there's 4 stages, but there's actually no difference between just tapping it and the first charge. So as you can see, I can activate my SS3 just by tapping it, and it will basically do its animation. Now, Asuna's has a 12-hit combo on her SS3, and it seems like she ends up on the other side. In the meantime, she does fly up into the air and can probably avoid ground-based skills. She is in the air, technically. I think she can evade ground skills. I'm not quite sure about that, though. This is the new series of SS3, so therefore there are no unique abilities attached to it, so no debuffs or anything. However, I have done the math. I have literally clicked on frame by frame to figure out what the damage was. And as it turns out, I did a test later to see if it was supposed to be a bait, as in, you know, if you tap it without holding it, you're doing only 50% of the damage that you're supposed to be doing on a normal SS3 on like other characters. But as it turns out, it isn't true, and I'll show you the results in a little bit. But for now, let's just move on. Now, anything else particularly interesting about this SS3? No, not besides the fact that she's using Kirito as a floating board, but other than that, not really. So, this is the first... Oh, actually, I accidentally hit the second charge, but... so there are 3 charges. The first charge is... Oh, jeez. You had to time this so well. It's 1 charge. That is 1 charge. And then there's 2 charge. And then finally you have the max charge, 3 charges. And I have confirmed, guys, that the damage chart as follows. The 1 charge is normal 50% or normal 100% damage. The second charge is actually 150% damage, and the third charge is 200% damage. So if you max charge all 3, you actually do receive double damage on your SS3. Now, whether or not this charge skill is worth it, because if you think about it, in a boss fight, especially in a ranking event, what you'll end up doing is fight against time, to be fair. The most important thing to you is time consumption. So you want to be able to do this as quickly as you can. And while you're charging your SS3, you're not actually in an accelerated state. And that means the boss is kind of recovering from your parry or whatever it is that you've done to him. And it's kind of a waste of time. You do spend, I think, a good chunk, 1.5 seconds, I'd say. At least a second and a half just to charge it for double the damage. And that means you'll be shortened down to nearly just 2 SS3s. Is it worth it? Maybe. I'm not sure about the mana consumption. Some people did suggest that when you do charge your SS3, the mana consumption is also higher, I think by 20. So the default mana consumption is 100, then goes to 110, then 120. I have not verified this myself, but if anybody who does know that, please let me know down in the comments. And now we have our Alice, who's actually using a spear. That's new. I don't think Alice has ever used a spear before in her characters. But anyways, her SS3 is Flying Sheeps. This kind of reminds me of that one archer class back in Fate Go. I don't remember what it was, but it was Rainbow Sheeps.
その孤独を粉砕する。羊が1匹、羊が目に。 キャンディースターフォトンレイ
And this just reminds me of it. You know, if she's gonna throw sheeps around, why not just make her an archer? Like, use a bow. Anyways, she is stationary throughout her entire SS3, so meaning if you're trying to use this SS3 to evade attacks, don't bother. You're not gonna be able to evade anything with this. And it just looks like it's a, how many hits is this? 12 hits, I think? I have not been paying attention. How many hits is this? No, 14 hits. Wow, that's actually pretty high. Okay. Quite a high number. Do I have auto approach on? Yes, I do. So, first we have Asuna, who hits 12 times. Then we have Alice, who hits 14 times. Then we have Leafa, who hits 12 times. Okay, so it seems like in terms of attack counts, Asuna and Leafa are the same. So not that high, and I think in terms of the damage, because Asuna is using a dagger, she's supposedly the weakest character in this banner. Being a spear unit, I think Alice actually has the highest attack value out of all three. Plus she has the highest hit count, so I think she is considerably the best unit, but her SS3 is stationary, so you gotta be careful about using it. You do have to use it after a parry, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows or has heard of the Lance Quick Parry, so I'm not gonna go into too much detail. You might be able to utilize it to your abilities. I don't know. One more thing to note about the Leafa is, acts similarly to Asuna, she does fly up into the air very high, and I'm pretty sure, 100% guaranteed that she'll be able to evade ground hits from this one. Ground attacks, and she does end up on the other side, so that's pretty good. Now it's time to test the unit's range. So I'm going to take off auto approach, and let's see. Okay, there is a teleportation. She hits full 12 hit combos. I feel like there is a limit, however, to how far she can travel with this. There is supposedly a limit. I think so. Let me go on the very bottom. I can't say for sure, but I'm gonna say, as far as I'm concerned, from hitting outside the range of the opponent, definitely this is as far as you really need to go. And yeah, you can hit, it's pretty much map-wide attack. Just leave it at that. Alright, let's swap over to Leafa for this range. Okay, she can hit it. She can only hit 7 hits out of her 14, so she missed about half of them. Let's get a little closer into the middle area, middle lane, and see if it improves any of the hits. No, it looks like 7 hits is the best you can do, so her range is quite limited, but not as limited as you'd think. So, the enemy is currently outside my field of view, however, I can hit all 4 hits. All 14 hits. So, yeah, that's actually pretty good. And of course we have Leafa. Does she teleport? She does teleport, but it is limited in range, I think. Yes, she does miss 1 hit, so that means her range is limited. It's not unlimited range, but let's see if going further will miss her more. No, okay. Alright, so they are limited, but, you know, as far as I'm concerned, you only miss 1 hit by going to the edge of the map, so there's not too much of a big difference here. I think that is pretty good in terms of, Oh, yes, guys, okay, so, no. There is an increase in mana consumption depending on whether or not you charge it. So as if you guys were paying attention to the bottom left corner of the SS3, when I hold it, it still stays 100, but when I let go, it turns to 120. So yes, in fact, it does increase the mana consumption. Now, if I do 1 charge, it's already 110. That seems a little ridiculous considering how there's no damage improvement. If there's 2, it's 115. And there's 3 is 130. I don't see any improvement between the first charge and not charging at all. So I'm not sure why it's necessary to add 10 more MP consumption just for that 1 charge. I don't know. So overall, do I think this banner is worth it? Nah, hard to say, honestly. Based on the time lost during an RE, and if you're not using this for RE, which I probably recommend you not to use this for RE because you end up losing a lot of time just by charging your skills. And also, if you time it incorrectly, you might not end up getting the 3rd charge if you're trying to do a picture perfect. Just perfectly aim for that 3rd charge SS3. If you wait a little too long, then you wasted a little more time. If you waited too short, then you might end up not charging the full 3, right? So, debatable. I don't really think this is a worthy banner to go for in terms of ranking events, but for any other clearings, it might work pretty well. Now we have the reunion. Oh, wait, one more thing. I just want to... Oh, wait, no, that's not even the right banner. Hold on. Yeah, okay, I was right. So Leafa was... sorry, no, Alice. Alice is the best unit in this banner. And unfortunately, Asuna is going to have to rank bottom for this banner. Her attack's too low, and her hit count's the same as Leafa. So, yeah. Unfortunate, but, you know... We can be choosers, right? We can't choose who we want. Now, we are moving on to the reunion at the World Tree. Now, this is quite interesting. Asuna and Kirito revisits us with their signature weapons. However, I don't remember Kirito ever being a dual blade in, in the anime. I'm pretty sure he just used a giant longsword, but great sword, sorry. And Asuna using the rapier. Okay, so they do have different SS3s. So Asuna, however, they both have HP recovery. Now, this is not auto HP recovery, so this is instantaneous. This is what I call HP recovery, true HP recovery. The other one's HP regen. We're not going to worry too much about that. But Asuna's is a mitigator, while Kirito's is a barrier unit. So I think that there's a good chance that you're going to end up using both. I think that Kirito's going to be the better one out of this unit. Come on, look at this! Look at this! 4,434 attack! And Asuna's only at 4,044. Come on, it's obvious who's going to be better at this one. But needless to say, let's test them out. So Kirito has a dual blade, which is what I find interesting since, he never really used dual blades back in... No, he did. Once. Just for an instantaneous moment. He took Leafa's sword and dual wielded. But that's for an instantaneous moment. And in this case, he's not even using both of them. He's using some other swords. But his SS3 is a little bit awkward, I'd say. Okay, so first of all, he dashes to the other side at the beginning of his S3, then disappears and comes down from a top and then lands behind the enemy for the finisher. So if the enemy is doing the AoE around himself, that is definitely not the time when you want to spam this SS3. It is not worth it. You'll end up hitting yourself and losing your combo. Maybe, I don't know, you'll take damage, so definitely not worth it. And also, one good thing to note about this is that he actually appears in front of the enemy for just a brief second before he tumbles backwards out to behind the enemy. So that brief second could mean you'll take some damage if not used properly. His second SS3 is actually one of the rare finds, which is the Sickness Onslaught. And I find that was actually one of the cooler SS2s. But yeah, he does get a barrier, and if you do unlock his skill slot, he does get double barrier, so that's pretty good. Now moving on to Asuna. She is a mitigator. She has the standard rapier skills, and her SS3 is a cage and stabbing forward. Now, if I remember correctly, this was a 14-hit combo? No, actually, it's a 13-hit combo. Okay, so Asuna has a 13-hit combo. How much does Kirito's have? 15-hit combo. Okay, so it's just one hit shy from, the iconic Starburst stream. But anyways, 15-hit combo is actually pretty high considerably when you compare it to the other units. Okay, Kirito can hit 11 hits when he does do from the far range. So I feel like... Okay, so I can conclude that, or at least safely conclude that Kirito's second part where he disappears off the map and slams down is actually a teleport and does not have a range cap on him. I don't think he has a range cap. Let me go to the furthest range possible. Yeah, he doesn't have a range cap on his teleport, but he does have a range cap for the first slide. It is designated to be a specific distance away. So, yeah, you'll see that you'll end up missing the first... at least 4 hits from the first slide. So yeah, not exactly range-wise. Range-wise, it's not the best. Oh, I spoke too soon. I'm sorry. Asuna's range-wise is even worse. Oh my goodness. Okay, she has no range whatsoever. The cage is set to track as far as basically as far as the screen can go. That's as far as it goes. And Asuna does teleport, but only teleports as far as the cage does. So, if the cage never reaches the enemy, you won't reach the enemy. She does end up landing 2 hits at the end, though, so... She doesn't have range on SS3. Kirito has at least better range. Never mind. So, I think we can come out and say who is the better unit in terms of this. If you're doing floor clearing, Asuna would definitely be one of the valuable units since she is a mitigator, and it's better off to have, you know, when you don't care about taking damage, mitigators are definitely a lot better than barrier units. So, in that department, I think that Kirito is better than Asuna. In terms of ranking events, you know, any general situations that you don't want to come across being hit, and Asuna is probably better off for floor clearing events and such. So, yeah. That is it, and let's see if I can do a scout. Yeah, I can, actually. So, I've already done a scout on, pretty much both the banners. As you can see, I have record crystals. But because I don't want to scout on anything that's not discount, so I'm going to go for this one, where I actually have an opportunity to scout with 125 discounted. Now, I think I missed the Asuna, the rate up, because... well, I guess I didn't really like Asuna in that one. Don't hurt me. And nothing wrong with having Asuna as a mitigator. It's just, you know, in my opinion, it's probably better off to have Kirito. Anyways, let's go for the scout on Town 99. My luckiest town now from now on. I did scout on the treasure hunt scout today, and I got a 6-star, sorry, not 6-star. I got a ×6, but I got nothing. So, unfortunate. Let's see if I can get some better luck on this one, you know. Come on, Town 99! Don't fail me now! And it's... yeah! Now, is this the luckiest scout of all time? Can I say that this is the luckiest scout of all time or no? How many 6 stars are you gonna give me? Kirito, 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 Kirito. Please be Kirito. Has to be Kirito, yeah. Oh god, the lag is good. Okay, anything else? No, but I did get a 7. And as well as the Pirate Asuna, which I believe she's really, really strong in terms of debuffs. I don't know. I think a while back I was reading some articles about this, and apparently she's really good in giving debuffs. But aside from that, hey, I mean, I'll take the Kirito. Hey, I'll take him. There's nothing wrong with it, so hey. Alright, so that's it for this video. I will actually, no, sorry. I did want to show you guys the scouts from the other banner where I did for the Sweet Happy Dream Scout banner, and I'll throw it up at the end. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, leave a dislike if you didn't want to like this video, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. And I will be making a Minesweeper video in the next week or so, I guess, hopefully. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the scouts. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!